Being 35 and going through a divorce was really hard for me. After 4 years of what I thought was a happy marriage, my wife left me because I was too focused on work. I admit, I didn't spend enough time with her, but I was working hard for our future. After the divorce, my life fell apart. I couldn't concentrate, lost my job, and felt completely lost. My friends and family were supportive and encouraged me to try dating again, but using multiple dating websites felt overwhelming. I had no idea where to start, and I wasn't getting any matches. I kept thinking, who would want to date an unemployed, divorced man? Everything changed when I met Lucy on one of the dating sites. She was a stunning 33-year-old single woman, and I couldn't believe someone like her would message me. At first, I thought it was a scam or a catfish. It just seemed too good to be true. But a video call with her proved she was real, and she was genuinely interested in me. For the first time in a long while, I felt hopeful. I started looking forward to each day, and even began applying for jobs again, determined to meet her expectations. She knew so much about me. It was incredible. It felt like we were meant for each other. Lucy understood me in a way my ex-wife never did, and this was just after a few weeks of chatting. Still, in the back of my mind, I couldn't shake the feeling that it was all too good to be true, that there had to be a catch. After about a month of talking, I started losing patience and asked if we could meet in person. That's when she told me something unexpected: the catch. Lucy admitted she had a preference for feminine men. While I wasn't exactly her ideal match, she wanted me to try cross-dressing and explore my feminine side. I was stunned. Back in college, I used to make fun of feminine men, even bullying them because I thought they weren't manly enough. Her reveal brought all those memories flooding back, and I felt immediately put off. I avoided her for a few days, trying to process it all. But there was no one like Lucy. She was perfect in every way, and I couldn't stop thinking about her. Could I really let this one thing stand in the way of being with someone who might be my soulmate? I messaged her again and apologized for ghosting her. At first she was angry, but she didn't hesitate to remind me of what she expected. With trembling fingers, I finally typed out the words, "I'm ready to explore my feminine side." Instantly, her anger melted away, replaced by excitement as she began explaining her instructions. The first step was to shave off my beard and all my body hair. I couldn't even remember the last time I had considered shaving my beard. It had always been a part of my identity. But when I looked at myself in the mirror afterward, completely hairless, I felt emasculated. And that, I realized, was exactly what Lucy wanted. So, here I am, taking the first steps towards something entirely unfamiliar, all for the chance to be with her. The next step was to visit a lingerie boutique and buy my first set of lingerie. I argued with Lucy, insisting I could just order something online, but she wasn't willing to compromise. Reluctantly, I took a deep breath and, with trembling steps, walked into a lingerie boutique at a nearby mall. Nervously, I approached the saleswoman and gave her my measurements. To my surprise, she smiled warmly and reassured me, saying, "This is a safe space for cross-dressers. There's no need to feel ashamed." Despite her kind words, my face burned with embarrassment as I picked out a couple of lingerie sets and quickly made my way out of the store. My heart was pounding, and I couldn't help but feel overwhelmed, but this was just another step toward embracing what Lucy wanted from me. I can't even begin to explain the embarrassment I felt the first time I put on lingerie. The moment I slipped into the black lace set, I felt completely out of my comfort zone. But then came the real test, showing Lucy. On a video call, I hesitantly showed off my hairless body dressed in a black lingerie. Lucy was proud of me. She was absolutely thrilled, her excitement shining through as she praised me for taking this bold first step toward embracing my feminine side. But even as she smiled and encouraged me, I couldn't stop wondering, if this is just the beginning, what could she possibly have planned for me next? For the next few days, every interaction with Lucy was on her terms. Whether it was video calls, photos, or chats, I was always dressed in something feminine: lingerie, mini dresses, skirts, or even gowns. Thankfully, I lived alone with no nearby neighbors, so my secret was safe for now. I tried reasoning with Lucy, asking if we could end this charade and finally meet. She agreed, but only if I kept it up for a couple more weeks. Our official date was set for the end of the month, and despite the embarrassing cross-dressing situation, I couldn't wait to meet her. But these 2 weeks felt like they were going to drag on forever, especially with her increasingly strange demands. The next argument came when she insisted I go out in public dressed in drag. I begged her to reconsider, but she wouldn't budge. Reluctantly, I put on the yellow mini dress she requested, did my best to look unrecognizable, and slipped into a pair of high heels. My heart raced as I carefully tiptoed out, heading toward the next step in my so-called journey of discovery, a professional makeover session. Being unemployed, spending money on luxurious outfits was already straining my savings, and I worried that this high-end salon would drain them even further. However, when I met the hairdresser, she reassured me that Lucy had covered the entire cost. All I needed to do was relax and enjoy the makeover. As the hairdresser began working her magic on my hair, I couldn't help but wonder if all of this would be worth it in the end. Lucy knew I was unemployed, yet she still seemed genuinely interested in me. A woman like her, a stunning blonde beauty, still in her prime, could easily have her pick of rich, successful men, many of whom would probably cross-dress for her without hesitation. Lost in these thoughts, I closed my eyes, letting time slip away. When I opened them, I was shocked to see my reflection. My hair was dyed blonde and styled in an unmistakably feminine way. Before I could fully process the change, a makeup stylist stepped in and transformed my face with lipstick, false eyelashes, a generous amount of blush, and expertly applied makeup. She even added breast forms to create the illusion of cleavage. As I stepped out of the salon, I could feel the eyes on me. Men glanced my way, some smiling, and I could feel my cheeks burn with embarrassment. Although the makeover itself only lasted a few hours, the experience felt like a lifetime's worth of stress and anxiety. If you liked this video and would like to see part 2, please comment and let me know. Consider subscribing to my channel for more videos.